Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video. My name is Prince Meyson. Today we are retouching this image from a friend, Amanda Kokia. She's a photographer in the UK. She's putting this image out for anybody that wants to retouch. It's a competition and I would strongly, suggest you jump on this competition because she's giving away a few dollars, to the winner. I think this one is going to be about $100. And the next one she's going to do is going to be more than that. I'll put a link in the description to her page on Instagram, so you guys could go send her a DM to enter the competition. Now, I am not allowed to enter the competition, but I'm still going to be retouching this image. Now, today's video is about a simple trick that will help you with flyaways and hair and all that kind of stuff, especially when hair is on the face. I typically don't do tutorials that are this simple. I would like to do like a full tutorial, but I feel like this is one that would definitely change your retouching if you did not know how to go about it before. So today we're going to be taking this image right here. You can see all the flyaways on her face right now, and we're going to make it look like this. We are going to take out all those flyaways. There is a technique to it that just makes it look natural and makes it look better. So let me show you guys how to go about that. Now, the simple way to do this is to do frequency separation. So what I'm going to do right now is just run frequency separation action, probably the basic one. So just run basic with my radius at 14 and click OK. If you want my frequency separation action, you can download it for free on my digital store. I'll put a link in the description to my digital store so you can go get that for free. So this is a really simple way to go about it. You can just go to your high frequency layer and pick your clone stamp tool right here. Then what you can do is just clone away. It's a really simple way to go about this, and for the most part it works all the time, except when you now have to fix probably an area like this and you start having some patches, you start having some black spots when you want to fix some certain areas on her face. You would, let's say, want to take this out now. You can see that it's leaving some of the texture there and some of the color there. And remember, with frequency separation, you are removing the texture in the high frequency layer, and low frequency layer you are removing color. So if you are just working on one layer, you're probably just removing texture, and for the most part it's working, but it gets to some places that it just kind of like messes things up and you start seeing a little bit of the black color there. It just looks like a patch. So as much as this technique works for images like this, I don't like using this technique. I will just go with what I like using, and this one's a little bit harder, but it is to me it's worth it. Like I said, you can use frequency separation. It's pretty easy to get out of the way, but this, if I was to do it, I'll do it like this. I'll duplicate my layer and still the clone stamp tool, make sure that I am on current layer because that's what I'm trying to sample, and I'm just going to zoom in, make sure that I pick a really small brush. And now this is the trick. Now with you can also still do this with frequency separation, like I said, but I just don't like using frequency separation for this because I would like to remove the color and the texture at the same time when it comes to hair and take it out. So you see this strand of hair here that starts from, just going to turn my touch off. You see this strand of hair that starts right here. The whole idea is to follow this strand of hair all the way to where it stops. So if you are working and removing all this and you're just doing it like without paying attention to where the hair is starting and stopping, it's going to just look weird. So if you see the strand of hair right here that goes all the way, if I show you the image that I've done, I removed that strand all the way to the end. Now I know this place is a little bit joint, but that's fine. So look at it all the way to the end. So what we're going to do is, like I said, pick my clone stamp tool, make sure that my brush is really small, and we are going to start all the way from here because that's where it ends. And we're just going to sample and clean, sample, clean, sample, clean, sample, clean, sample, and clean. Now when we get to a point here that it is joint, like you can see the hair crossing over each other, what you're just going to do is just paint this part of the hair out till you have like a straight line, then sample again at the other end and just paint over. And now you're not leaving any marks that is showing that, you know, you had hair crossing over this one. So what I'm going to do is just keep going with this strand. Then when it gets here, I'll stop and I'll start from the top again. And pick a small brush and just keep going over my image. Now at this point, I'm going to do the same thing right here and start from in here, reduce the brush size of my clone stamp tool and just take this part out. Maybe just increase my brush a little bit. Sample and just clean. Now with the clone stamp tool, you just need to hold Option or alternate on PC to sample somewhere that's close to where you want to clean off and just paint over it. And just work on this area a little bit more. And now we have gone all the way to this point, and you guys get the drill. We can just go over the remaining part, and now we're good. So right now, as you can see, it just seemed like, or it seems like no strand of hair was ever around this point right here. So let's see our before and our after. You can see how we have easily taken out that strand of hair that is right there. Now there is one that is a little bit difficult and different, and it is this one that goes across her eyes and all the way down. So for this one, we are just going to start from here, reduce my brush size and just go all the way. I'll just go all the way up. As you guys can see, I'm trying to sample as close as possible to the strand of hair that I'm trying to take out, because I want the skin texture and the skin tones around that area to match. Now, when I get to this part, the part that crosses over our eyes, right? If I still use my clone stamp tool the way it is, just like this, and I zoom out, you can see there's a little patch right here which just looks weird. Maybe if you zoom out all the way, you'll not be able to see, but if you are all the way in, you can see that there's a patch. And if we do that here too, you can see that we kind of like messed up these places, and just here it does not look really good, except you want to be extra careful. So I'm just going to Command Z and remove what I have done. And what I'm going to do when I get to this point is reduce my flow to probably 8%. 8% is fine. And what that helps me to do is I can go over this place a few times instead of just going over it once, and it just makes the transition subtle. So and as you guys can see, this just makes it a little bit more subtle, and it just fixes everything. And now let's see our before and our after, before and our after. And that is a better way to do it than just keeping your flow at 100%. And now we can go back to 100% and just take these ones out. Now, if you ever get to a place where it's leaving patches, just reduce your flow to about anything under 10% is fine. And we can now go, okay, made a mistake here. We can now go all the way up. I'm kind of messing this place up, but it's fine. I would undo that, but I already worked on that up here, so that's fine. And now we are going to just remove the stray here quickly. Obviously, if I was doing this without doing a tutorial, I would finish this faster. Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk and work at the same time, especially when you're talking about what you're doing. Because for retouching, you know you have to concentrate. Now we are going to take everything about the strand out and just reduce the size of this one. And yeah, so let's see the other strand that we've taken out. Look at it all the way up and it is gone. We have removed these two strands and this is what we have. So you can use either one of this. You can use this one that you haven't removed too much and it just looks like this, or you can decide to go this route where you are removing a lot of things. Now for this one up here that I've removed, as you guys can see, there is a small patch right here, and that's easily fixed with frequency separation and the mixer brush tool. So if you haven't seen my tutorial on that, definitely check that out. And that's about it. That is a really simple trick to remove stray hair from your subject's face. I know everybody knows how to use the or almost everybody knows how to use the clone stamp tool, but I personally never used to zoom in this much to pay attention to hairlines and you know how the hairlines are moving in. Sometimes I might just take out the hair in a very janky way, but when you pay attention to how you are removing the hair, it just makes the whole image better. So if you have a strand that comes all the way down like this, you know you're following that strand all the way down, and it just makes it better instead of stopping halfway and it just seems like hair is coming from under her face upwards, meanwhile the hair is coming from the top of her head all the way down. But yeah, that's a really simple tutorial today. I hope this is going to help somebody out there. If you have another way that you remove stray hair from your subject's face, definitely let me know. Anyways, if you watch this video to this point, check out my digital store. Anything you buy there goes a long way to supporting my channel. You can check out my Retouching Essentials pack and also my skin tone lots. Then you can check out my creative color lots. Yeah, so if you are not getting any of that, go download my free eyes and teeth whitening action and also my free frequency separation action. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Have an amazing day. Peace.